invite the Honourable Ewan Carruthers, Custos Rotolorum for the parish of St. James to extend a formal welcome. Custos Carruthers.
You're moving. No, so I'm thinking of moving.
Thank you, Major White. Today I have the pleasurable task of extending a warm and cordial welcome to everyone here, not only on behalf of all the citizens of this parish, but on behalf of every Jamaican. I first welcome Your Excellencies Sir Patrick and Lady Ellen. I know that you enjoy coming to the West, and we're always happy to have you. As the hospitality capital of the country, we extend to you our true St. James hospitality and encourage you to enjoy it as often as you can. I welcome all our special guests, members of government, the diplomatic and consular corps, members of the media, and everyone here present. But a special welcome goes to those in the diaspora and friends and family and members, and an extra special welcome to the recipients of the Governor General's Diaspora Awards 2015. You are shining examples of the many Jamaicans who believe in the Governor General's mantra, there is nothing wrong with Jamaica that cannot be fixed by what is right in Jamaica. Not only do you believe it, but you have demonstrated it in very definite ways. I must express sincere appreciation for all of you members of the diaspora who have done Jamaica proud in whatever you do and wherever you go. You have unmistakably demonstrated the falsehood of the statement that Jamaicans do not look out for each other. You have become your brother's keepers in so many ways and established yourselves as true role models for others to follow. I hope that while you are here, you'll be able to enjoy all of the things that you have missed about this beautiful country. No matter where in the world you go, there's nothing that can take the place of a Jamaican mango or your own favorite Jamaican fruit. Not only are our fruits special, but the privilege of sitting under the tree and picking and eating it right there is something you may not get to do very often in your adopted country. I welcome you also to our favorite Jamaican places and people, and hope that your time here will be exceptionally enjoyable. As a country, we are better off because you decided not to forget your roots. You decided to blossom where you are planted, and to return some of the fruits of your labor to your homeland by way of service to your fellow men. Today we salute you and encourage you to keep up the good work. In my mind, each one of you is a national hero in your own right, and we are truly grateful for your assistance and support. I hope you have a wonderful conference and that you will be inspired and refreshed. We are confident that as you continue to cherish the spirit of volunteerism, more will be accomplished and others will be motivated to do their part. May God bless you all and do have a wonderful day.
Thank you very much, Custos Carruthers. It is now my pleasure to invite Mr. Richard Powell, Chairman of the Preparatory Committee of the 6th Biennial Jamaica Diaspora Conference, to bring greetings. As Mr. Powell comes, I wish to also recognize him as the President and CEO of the Victoria Mutual Building Society, one of the 6 major sponsors of the Governor General's Achievement Awards program.
Thank you very much, Major White. Your Excellency, the Most Honorable Sir Patrick Allen, Governor General, and Most Honorable Lady Allen, Senator Honorable A.J. Nicholson, Minister of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade, other Ministers of Government, Most Honorable Professor Sir Kenneth Hall and Lady Hall, Your Excellencies, Mrs. Loon Samba, High Commissioner to the United Kingdom, Mrs. Janice Allen, High Commissioner to Canada, Mrs. Ariel Brown, representing Ambassador Steve Bastiani, Ambassador to the United States, Your Worship, Councillor Lyndon Harris, Mayor of Montego Bay, Honorable Custodies and your spouses, Consuls General, Mrs. Herman Lamont, Franz Hall and Lloyd Wilkes, legacy sponsors of the 6th Annual Diaspora Conference, corporate sponsors of the Governor General's Achievement Award Program, 2015 Governor General Achievement Diaspora Awards recipients, members of the diaspora, distinguished guests, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I greet you warmly on behalf of the members of the preparatory committee for the 6th Biennial Jamaica Diaspora Conference, and it is my pleasure to deliver greetings on their behalf. It goes without saying that the Governor General's Awards ceremony is one of the real highlights of the Biennial Jamaica Diaspora Conference.
No, brother.
These awards are designed to recognize and celebrate the achievements of outstanding members of the Jamaican diaspora who, through sacrifice, commitment, and hard work, are making extraordinary contributions to the development of the communities in the host countries where they reside, and by extension, or directly, to their homeland, Jamaica.
Program of Excellence since the year 1991. Ladies and gentlemen, His Excellency the Governor General has agreed to permit Mr. Errol Rattray, Chair of Hands Across Jamaica for Righteousness, to share with all guests the plans the organization has to engage members of the diaspora. It gives me great pleasure to invite Mr. Rattray for his 2-minute presentation.
Mr. Chairman, Your Excellencies, the Most Honorable Sir Patrick Allen and the Most Honorable Lady Allen, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Thanks for believing in Jamaica and for flying our flag high in your adopted countries. And across Jamaica wishes to thank our patron, His Excellency the Governor General, who has afforded us this opportunity to bring to your attention and invite your support for this special program which will help to improve the lives of many children in our nation. This initiative and Sponsor a Child program has been developed to address some of the needs of our less fortunate children from inner city communities who have the potential to succeed and to make a positive impact on their families and communities if afforded the opportunity. 13 schools in Kingston and St. Andrew have been selected to participate in the program in the initial stage. 2 participants, a boy and a girl, will be selected from each school by the teachers. The plan is to take this program to each parish. The program is currently being tested with a 10-year-old Tion Bailey from Rasul Primary in Kingston. When we selected him as our pilot-sponsored child, he was failing at school because of extended period of absence, as his mother was unable to find the funds to send him to school. Now, 18 months later, John has made
The diaspora are being honored this afternoon. And for the first time this year, we are awarding young people under the age of 35 for their accomplishment and service in the diaspora. So this is the 6th biennial conference, and we're honoring 6 members of the diaspora on the 16th day of June. Let me thank diaspora groups in Canada and Florida for having supported the I Believe initiative's appeal for scholarships to enable youth to take advantage of training in animation and have links with my community outreach activities. In 2012, the I Believe initiative endorsed the Kingston Rotary Club's Back to Life project, which a year later became a foundation dedicated to ending youth recidivism. They are mentoring and providing skills training for youth incarcerated at the Rio Cobre Juvenile Correctional Center. They sow seeds of hope among these young men because of the after-release program which they have instituted. The success of the work at Rio Cobre has led the foundation to sponsor similar projects in 2 inner-city high schools in the corporate area, and in an attempt to prevent their boys at risk from entering the juvenile system. If you are moved to assist them, Back to Life needs help with the funding and recruitment and training of mentors, as well as for skills training and after-release programs. Among the organizations for which I am patron is Hands Across Jamaica for Righteousness, whose leader now is Mr. Errol Rattray. He will soon launch the Hands Sponsor a Child project with a view of helping children remain in school and providing them with nutrition and primary health care. You just heard him make the promotion. Thank you for having listened to Mr. Rattray's brief presentation on this project. And thanks to all of you who have been volunteering in or otherwise supporting community projects, especially those projects which involve our children and our youth. However, this afternoon belongs to the 6 persons who have been selected for the 2015 Diaspora Awards in the Governor General's Achievement Awards program. I am very pleased, ladies and gentlemen, that we have increased the number of awardees to include 3 young persons who have been rendering outstanding community service. Congratulations to each of the 6 awardees. Your life has been ennobled by your chosen path of excellence and of service to your fellow men. I hope that those you have helped and motivated have been imbued with the positive qualities for which we honor you this afternoon. Lady Allen and I wish for you continued success, good health and happiness in all your future endeavors. I believe that all of us gathered here this afternoon speak the same language of service, integrity, and good neighborliness. We want the best for Jamaica and are committed to strive for excellence at every level of service and wherever we are planted. Let us continue to be visible, both at home and in the diaspora, so that ours will be the profile which defines Jamaica. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and have a good afternoon.
Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, a pleasant good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, Miss Graham.
At this time, I invite the awardees to join me on stage.
Miss Jane, you need to get the camera out.
From the Diaspora region in Canada, Mrs. Michelle
That is how I've
Bromley.
seen them in the people, you know.
Mr. Kingsley Gilliam.
KP.
From the Diaspora
I can't get up.
region,
Go on.
United Kingdom,
Stand up.
Mr. Nathaniel Pete.
Miss Jane, need the
And
camera
from
out.
the United States of
Look at
America,
my camera is dead.
Ms. Lisa
I'm
Suarez.
using this. The movie camera.
Mrs. Claudette Howell. I will read all citations before the emblems are presented. Mrs. Michelle Bromley. Michelle Nicola Bromley believes that excellence is being the best I can be and giving back to my community for its betterment. It is about giving your time and resources to help someone in need. Excellence is having a goal and striving until you achieve it. These principles are reflected in Mrs. Bromley's lifestyle and career in healthcare at the Ottawa General Hospital Co-op placement, as well as her volunteer work at the Riverside Hospital and General Evening Institute, using her knowledge, skills, and experience to serve people on the job and in her community. She is a member of the Jubilee Apostolic Church in Ontario, Canada, where she's currently the Youth Choir Director and Sunday School Superintendent. Born in Jamaica, Mrs. Bromley emigrated to Canada, earned a college diploma at Algonquin College, and is currently enrolled at Everest College, where she serves as Student Ambassador Secretary, providing peer support to students. Mrs. Bromley has been described by her peers as being creative, loyal, caring, responsible, and dedicated in her endeavors. Mrs. Michelle Nicola Bromley. It is with pride and confidence that your colleagues in Canada have recommended and you have been selected as a worthy recipient of the Governor General's Jamaica Diaspora Youth Award for Excellence in the year 2015. Mr. Kingsley Gilliam. An exemplar of community service, Kingsley Percival Gilliam believes that the quest for excellence requires personal sacrifices to go above and beyond in using one's abilities to achieve the goals of community development and nation building. A Jamaican by birth and a naturalized Canadian, his precepts are reflected in numerous scholarly writings and areas of expertise including community organization and development, human resource management, human rights advocacy, and social justice policy development. In his drive to cement the goals of community development, he served for more than 4 decades in mental health care, social services, and community activism in Jamaica and Canada. His contribution includes service at the Bellevue Psychiatric Hospital in Kingston, Jamaica. Mr. Gilliam earned a Master's of Arts degree in Community Development at the University of Alberta, Edmonton, Alberta, and attained a Bachelor of Arts degree in Social Sciences and Social Welfare from Laurentian University, Sudbury, Ontario. He also qualified in General Arts, Science, and Early Childhood Education at the Cambrian College of Applied Arts and Technology, Sudbury, Ontario. Mr. Kingsley Percival Gilliam. It is with pride and confidence that your colleagues in Canada have recommended and you have been selected as a worthy recipient of the Governor General's Jamaica Diaspora Award for Excellence in the year 2015. Mr. Nathaniel Peet. Nathaniel Lauriston Peet is constantly challenged to attain greater levels of excellence because he firmly believes that excellence is a continuing journey of growth and development. Therefore, one should strive to improve oneself in all spheres of life. It is about having the mindset to be the very best one can be. Mr. Peet resided in Runaway Bay, St. Anne, before emigrating to the United Kingdom, where his academic pursuits led to him attaining credentials as an engineer and airline pilot. His scholarly achievements include a Master's of Science degree in Advanced Systems Engineering from Bunnell University, United Kingdom in the year 2003. Mr. Peet has distinguished himself for his volunteerism and commitment to community service. To highlight a few of the projects, he has served as the lead youth delegate for the G20 Young Entrepreneurs Alliance, the Surviving Our Streets charity which serves young black offenders, and the Kind Prince Foundation, where he conducts sessions against knife crimes in the community. In addition, he is a member of the Ernst & Young Foundation, where he serves as trustee for child protection and safeguarding. Mr. Pete is Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of the Safety Box Youth Services and Gen X International. He is also Chairman for Jamaicans Inspired United Kingdom, where he has successfully developed strategies for mobilizing youth toward high achievement. Mr. Nathaniel Lauriston Pete, it is with pride and confidence that your colleagues in the United Kingdom have recommended and you have been selected as a worthy recipient of the Governor General's Jamaica Diaspora Youth Award for Excellence in the year 2015. Mrs. Gloria Leslie is unavoidably absent. Gloria May Leslie, a retired health worker, believes that excellence is the ability to provide consistently high-quality service and to exceed expectations. Throughout her career, she has translated that belief in her contributions to the health sector locally and overseas. A tireless patron, Mrs. Leslie currently supports 2 health centers, 5 churches, and the Blossom Gardens Children's Home in St. James, for which she has been providing equipment and medical supplies for more than 15 years. Born in the parish of Hanover, Jamaica, Mrs. Leslie attended Brownsville All-Age and Montego Bay High Schools in St. James, between healthcare institutions in the United States of America and those in Jamaica. Mrs. Claudette Dolores Powell, it is with pride and confidence that your colleagues in the United States of America has recommended and you have been selected as a worthy recipient of the Governor General's Jamaican Diaspora Award for Excellence in the year 2015. It gives me great pleasure to invite Her Excellency, Mrs. Janice Miller, Jamaica's High Commissioner to Canada, to join us here. With even greater pleasure, I invite Your Excellencies, the Governor General and the Most Honorable Lady Allen, to join us for the presentation of the emblems. Mrs. Michelle Bromley. Mr. Kingsley Gilliam.
KP. Sister, brother.
Thank you, High Commissioner. It is my pleasure to invite Her Excellency Mrs. Alun Ndambe Asamba, Jamaica's High Commissioner to the United Kingdom, to join us on stage. Mr. Nathaniel Peet.
He's a tall boy.
Your Excellencies, Sir Patrick Allen and Lady Allen, you're invited to present the emblems for Mrs. Gloria Leslie to Her Excellency Mrs. Alun Ndambe Asamba, who will receive them on Mrs. Leslie's behalf. Thank you, High Commissioner. It is my pleasure to invite on stage Mrs. Ariel Bowen, Minister Counselor, who is representing His Excellency Professor Stephen Bassiani, Jamaica's Ambassador to the United States of America. Ms. Lisa Suarez. Thank you, Mrs. Bowen. Mrs. Claudette Powell. Thank you, Mrs. Bowen. At this time, we'll have a group photograph with the awardees and their representatives.
Sure.
I can't stop doing anymore. can't scoop anymore.
I invite
Thank you, dear.
Mr. Casey Powell, who will make a presentation to Your Excellency Lady Allen. Thank you, Mr. Powell. Thank you, Your Excellencies.
I don't know what Kings is going to make of this. He'll have to edit it left, right, and center.
You might have your rested for not doing it back.
Did you get your photograph that you wanted?
Is that a video, right?
No, I asked her to take it and she didn't take it. Did you take a picture?
Just give me your email address.
Yes,
on
I
there,
will, please.
And I will send it to you.
Video, eh?
Yes.
Thank you, Your Excellencies. Thank you, heads of mission. And of course, our worthy recipients. May we have another round of applause for them, please.
At gmail.com. Morgy Betsy. M-O-R-G-Y.
No longer,
R-G-Y.
or no sooner than he is sat down,
E-T-S-Y.
we call upon Mr. Kingsley Gilliam to respond on behalf of the awardees. Mr. Kingsley Gilliam.
Can't find Kingsley, can't find.
Your Excellencies, Governor General Sir Patrick Allen and Lady Allen, most Honorable Lady Allen, distinguished ministers, members of the diplomatic corps, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. It's a great honor and privilege to have received the award and to be addressing you on behalf of my fellow awardees. Jamaicans in the diaspora stand on the shoulders of kind could find life a little easier. I can think of a few names, but because of the shortage of time, I'll mention probably 2 or 3. Mary C. Cole, a Jamaican nurse who went to the Crimean War to serve humanity suffering from battle wounds. She distinguished herself on the battlefield in designing and caring for the wounded, and has set the standard of battle care for nurses that still stands today. Marcus Messiah Garvey went to Central America, Panama, and Costa Rica, to the United States. He saw the condition of African peoples, and he said they needed a great deal of improvement. He didn't leave it to anyone else to do. He created an organization, the United Negro Improvement Organization, to do that. And Marcus Garvey created, he told them that you are from a proud nation and we got to restore that greatness. of the African nationhood and declare them a nation. When he was asked, where are your kings, your princes, your prime ministers? He said, we don't have them, but we will create them. And Marcus Garvey created ambassador potentate and appointed them to nation states and to the League of Nations. And his ambassador to the League of Nations was a participant in the Versailles Conference, which settled World War I. They still didn't have a state. And so, ladies and gentlemen, he built a movement and showed black people all over the world that they could unite and feel proud to be black, to be African. And ladies and gentlemen, we have seen many others, Courtney and Dudley Laws, who demonstrated excellence in leadership in Brixton, fighting against racism and the Teddy Boys. There's a famous story how they led the Teddy Boys into a dead-end street, Summerlater Lane, and walloped them. And from that, they got peace from the Teddy Boys. We've seen people like, we've seen Harry Belafonte, who has popularized Jamaican music around the world. And not only that, was a pivotal member in the movement, the race relations movement in the United States. We've seen Rosemary Brown from Seaford Town, Jamaica, to become the first black woman elected to a parliament in Canada, and we have many more around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, we have these pioneers on whose shoulders we stand. We did not achieve this award just because of our own doing, but because of those who came before us and broke trail. And I have a message for the current and future generations that unity is strength. We cannot do it alone. Organize, 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 because it is through organization that you gain strength. We are losing influence, and it is because we are moving away from the organizations that gained us that influence. Some of us are comfortable and we feel that we don't need community. But I can tell you, G. Raymond Chang, one of the wealthiest sons of Jamaica, he said, community, community, community. And ladies and gentlemen, I bid you farewell, but I say organize, organize. And as Marcus Garvey said, up ye mighty race, you can accomplish what you will. Up ye mighty Jamaican people in the vast diaspora, a diaspora on which the sun does not set. Rise up, unite, organize, and take your place in destiny. Thank you. Goodbye. God bless you. God bless Jamaicans and everywhere.
We thank Mr. Gilliam for that rousing response. Well earned. And now, ladies and gentlemen, as we approach the end of this presentation ceremony, I'm going to ask for Mr. Orland Bailey to come forward. He's a graduate of Cornwall College and the Montego Bay Community College. He has studied music, voice that is, for over 16 years with Miss Clarice Crawford, the recipient of the Musgrave Medal from the Institute of Jamaica. Mr. Bailey is employed at American Airlines, and he is accompanied this afternoon by Mr. Alex Gray on the keyboard. Please welcome Mr. Orland Bailey.
impossible dream to fight the unbeatable foe, to bear with unbearable sorrows, and to run where the brave dare not go, to right the unrightable wrong, to love pure and chaste from afar, to try when your arms are too weary, to reach the unreachable star. This is my quest, to follow the star, no matter how hopeless, no matter how far, to fight for the right without question or pause, to be willing to march into hell for a heavenly cause. And I know if I'll only be true to this glorious quest, that my heart will lie peaceful and calm when I'm laid to my rest. And the world will be better for this, that one man, scorned and covered with scars, still strove with his last ounce of courage to reach the unreachable star, the unreachable star, the unreachable star.
Thank you, Mr. Bailey, for that awesome rendition. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, as we conclude this presentation ceremony, I wish on behalf of the Governor General's Achievement Award team to thank everyone who has worked assiduously to make this event a memorable one. Our host, members of the Preparatory Committee, and the management and staff of the Montego Bay Convention Center have and continue to be teams of excellence. Your presence here, ladies and gentlemen, and participation here today is evident that we are part of what is right about Jamaica and the diaspora. Again, we thank you very much. And just one quick announcement that the hospital liaison persons are to meet in C1, Charlie 1, after the function. Their Excellencies are going to continue to observe some of the booths, visit some of the booths in the exhibition hall, and I'm now going to ask if all will stand to see their Excellencies on their way, and then we can all sit again after they have left to continue our meeting. Thank you again very much, and we certainly enjoyed your company, as hopefully you enjoyed the program. Ladies and gentlemen, you may be seated. Thank you very much. I have to big up the music persons, Renaissance, the lad on his Renaissance disco. Give them a hand for us, please. And continue to enjoy the evening. Good afternoon.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm just reminding you that the sessions have started. Please resume to the different rooms. Thank you.
Sorry.
It's a moving camera now. Go in the audience, Okay. I'll tell you when to stop. Stand.
I Believe initiative and to the efforts of the Diaspora conference. I hope you like it.
Wait, you know him. I got my photographer here. You know him. You know him.